young girl, scarcely 15. Thanks to my parents, lots of places I've seen, but never a place that I love as well as my Virgil home 'neath the maiden tea hill. My Virgil home, that heaven of mine, the home of my parents, so loving and kind. I love them so, and I always will. And my Virgil home 'neath the maiden tea hill. The harbor's so pretty in the morning sunshine, as the seabirds and robins their sweet notes entwine. The fishing gulls shine in the water so still, here in my home 'neath the maiden tea hill. When I had trouble or if I was sad, I always found comfort from good friends I had. They knew that I loved them and I always will. And my Virgil home 'neath the maiden tea hill. My Virgil home, that heaven of mine, the home of my parents, so loving and kind. I love them so, and I always will. And my Virgil home 'neath the maiden tea hill. With her fishery failing, I may have to roam. Dear God, how I'd hate to leave my dear home, but each night in memory, sure I'll see it still. My Virgil home 'neath the maiden tea hill. My Virgil home, that heaven of mine, the home of my parents, so loving and kind. I love them so, and I always will. And my Virgil home 'neath the maiden tea hill.
Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include
You want me to cut this nice ribbon there, sweetheart?
Yes, please.
and more coming up, so please stay tuned.
The world is losing vital seed varieties by the hour. Seeds that bring life, that give us food. Once they're lost, they can never be replaced. But it doesn't have to be that way. I'm Bruce Coburn. Please support USC Canada's Seeds of Survival program. That's USC Canada, 56 Spark Street, Ottawa.
With all the setbacks and delays, the possibility of the Burgeo Seniors Housing Complex becoming a reality was a question no one really knew the answer to. But despite all this, on June 1st of 1993, we were at the Senior Center as the first tenants moved their belongings into the building. One of the one-bedroom apartments, there are 8 single-room apartments as well as 6 double-room apartments. The building was a beehive of activity as the seniors and their relatives and friends worked at getting things straightened away. We visited the center again on Friday to speak to some of the seniors to see how they're enjoying their new residence. Ms. Kasser, how do you like it here at the seniors complex?
It's beautiful.
So I
Couldn't find anything any better.
guess you find it more convenient than living by yourself in a 2-story house, do you?
That's right, company all around me.
On Thursday, 2 years later, we were at the Seniors Complex again for the official opening of the Southwest Seniors Center. Approximately 50 people were in attendance for the official opening. Due to the limited space available, the opening was by invitation only.
this time I would like to
Mayor Blaine Marks
take
was
this
the MC
opportunity
for
to
the
welcome
event.
everyone here this
Speakers
afternoon
included
on a
Mr. Marks
beautiful
as town
afternoon that it
mayor,
is.
Mr. Ed Batcher, chairman of Burgeo Seniors Housing Corporation, Mr. Doug Kendall as town manager and hospital board representative, Mr. Steve McLean from Newfoundland and Labrador Housing, our MP Roger Simmons.
Story about a friend of mine who's since passed on, and you're going to have to help me with his name. I believe his first name was Sam. He used to be on the smack over in Ramia, Oxford, Sam Oxford. And Sam and his wife had spent all their years almost being able to step into the water as they stepped out the front door of their house. And when they could no longer manage their houses and they looked for a home, they wound up not in Ramia, not even in Burgeo, not near where they'd grown up, near their friends and the things they knew. We took them and put them at the busiest intersection in Newfoundland, down at the corner of McDonald Drive there, across the Holiday Inn. Steve, help me with the intersection. Portugal Cove Road in the Escasoni, looking down at some traffic lights, and it was a formula for driving a fellow around the bend. I don't think it did that to Sam, but I often think it. Lint was the, yeah, it's okay. I don't think it did that to him, but it certainly very probably hastened the end of his life. Here we're doing things differently. We're giving people an opportunity who no longer want to operate their own homes or can do so to come into this facility, but yet in the same community, in the same general area where they've grown up. And that's an important feature of this particular program, and a very good reason why government ought to be involved in it and has been involved in it. I'd like to particularly acknowledge the efforts of Reverend Guy Matthews, and then since the project began, Ed Vatcher and his very dedicated group of volunteers, who I believe through the Burgeo Senior Housing Corporation has done a really bang-up job, and you deserve a lot of credit, all of you, and please accept my congratulations for the very major part that you played to ensure that the residents who live here will have safe and affordable housing.
Isabel Diven also spoke on behalf of the tenants at the Southwest Senior
Center. On behalf
Center.
of the 17 residents of the Southwest Senior Center, we would like to thank the Burgeo Corporation, Newfoundland and Labrador Housing, for doing such a fine job for the seniors of Burgeo in obtaining such a fine home for us. Also a special thanks for the caretaker Jack and wife Kay for making our stay a pleasant one. They take care of our needs whenever asked. The Senior Center is a beautiful, comfortable home for all the residents. Everyone gets along, and we're all one big happy family. The Senior Center has a good security and to date, no major problems. Thank you for giving the seniors of Burgeo a beautiful home.
Following the speeches, there was an official ribbon-cutting ceremony by Mr. Simmons and Mr. McLean, assisted by Miss Mary Anderson and Miss Elsie Skinner, two of the tenants.
Okay, here we go.
Okay?
Then, Mr. George W. England assisted Mr. Simmons in unveiling a plaque placed in the front lobby of the building. The RCMP held the bicycle rodeo for children in grades kindergarten through 6th at the fish plant parking lot on Saturday morning. The gates to Sandbanks Provincial Park were officially open for this year's camping season at 8 a.m. on Friday morning. Unfortunately, the weather was not too cooperative on Friday and didn't improve much on Saturday. But today was a day to be enjoyed at the park. And that's just what some people did. As you enter the park this year, you'll notice that the sign is slightly different than the one that's been there in previous years. Men's softball is now underway for this year. We took our camera to the town ball field on Wednesday to see how things were going. There are 4 teams in the men's softball league this year. These teams play on Monday and Wednesday nights, weather permitting. This league is open to all males 16 years of age and older. Burgeo Men's Softball League will play host to a tournament in Burgeo on June 24th and 25th. Also, the Ladies League will be starting on Tuesday night. Any ladies interested in joining the league can do so by coming along to the ball field on Tuesday. Last year, the Burgeo Lions Club participated in the Lions Cavalcade for Diabetes by meeting up with other Lions from the district and forming a motorcade from Deer Lake to Corner Brook. This year, the Lions Cavalcade will be held on June 17th, and the Lions are again seeking your support. Here are a few highlights from last year's cavalcade. If you would like to support this worthwhile project and help diabetics all across Newfoundland, you can do so by making a pledge at the BBS office or by contacting Guy Han, who will be representing the Burgeo Lions this year, or any other Lions member. Please stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
Close your eyes and imagine. Go with this. Activity. Switch. Every day. Living. every day.
The Janeway Telethon was on CBC throughout Friday night and all day Saturday. The response to the telethon was overwhelming, and the donations from Burgeo were equally as impressive. In addition to the individual pledges, a number of businesses and organizations in Burgeo contributed as well. We decided to see just how much was contributed by these businesses here in Burgeo.
The Newfoundland Forest Protection Association. Call the Oz FM information line at 273-INFO. That's 273-4636.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the BC.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll take care of that, right?
Ingram's Foodland had a different idea to raise money for the Janeway
Store.
Well, Dave, we've only been doing something for 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, the Foodland stores decided to see what they could do to support the Janeway Telethon. And so everybody had to come up with a different way of a fundraiser. So we decided to go with the $2 50-50 ballot. You sign your name on a $2 bill, and at the end of the week, a $2 bill would be drawn, and the winner would win 50% of what was in the container, and the other 50% would go to the Janeway.
Okay, what kind of a response have you had for this fundraiser?
Well, overall, I think it's been pretty good. Because, well, a lot of customers, there's several other stores that's doing something for the Janeway, so of course they can't support every fundraiser. But I'm quite pleased. I think we should be able to donate, I would say, in the vicinity of around $350.
The final 50-50 draw for the Janeway took place at Ingram's Foodland convenience store on Sunday afternoon, and the winner was Teresa Billard, who will receive $93.
Teresa, 886-2725.
We raised $1,900 this year. We sold 145 paper balloons.
I got the rope.
And this year, Mr. Marsden raised a total of $1,603 by recycling pop cans. Mr. Marsden would like to thank everyone who helped him by saving cans, especially Scotiabank, Midtown, Spencer's Store, Irving Gas Bar, Ultramar Gas Bar, Le Chateau, Highway Diner, some of the staff at the Calder Healthcare Center, especially Miss Thorne, BBS, Strickland Store, and especially A&R Trucking for carrying his cans across to be recycled. The total raised from these businesses amounts to over $7,200. We would like to remind you that at Foodland this week there will be a 50-50 draw in aid of the Recreation Commission Telethon. For this draw, you pay a loonie and sign your name on a ballot. The lucky winner again will receive half the money collected. Speaking of the Burgeo Recreation Commission Telethon, it's only 1 week away. This year, the telethon will be hosted by Dick Reeves and Clayton Mead, and we'll have some local performers singing and playing for us. We're also pleased to inform you that the coasters will be performing live throughout this year's telethon. If there was anyone that would like to come in and perform during the telethon, please give me a call at BBS office. Bingo cards are now on sale for the $500 bingo game to be held during the telethon. They can be purchased in most stores around town or at our office. If you would like to enter a video in nature video contest or a funny video contest, we encourage you to do so. The deadline for entries was tomorrow, but we've extended it to 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Your nature video can be anything that you think will be of interest to others, not just animals. If you would like your video edited or music added, it can be done. Just call me to set up a time. The Recreation Commission looks forward to your continued support again next week. Please stay tuned now for a video of the band Stuffed Squid. For This Week in Review, I'm Dave Cooper. Good night.